Hey y'all, I'm gonna be reacting to Moriarty the Patriot, episode 4. And for those who are curious, I will be watching it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 3, 2, 1, and go. Comes the point. Little logo there. Alright, now it's a fact. I just wonder what type of craziness is going to befall upon our main protagonist in this episode. More like I'm going to assume they're going to be rejecting though. Aww. Dang, that's pretty messed up. It's not like it would cost them anything to treat a child. The fuck? Oh, what a piece of shit of a human being. I'm assuming with that face she's making, she's probably gonna want to do something to that man, and I wouldn't be, I wouldn't, even though it'd be ethically gray, she would be narratively justified in doing that. And when you see moments like this, even though I guess some of the actions that Moriarty, Albert, and Moriarty's brother take, even though some of the actions they take are less than ethical, and they're definitely in the gray area, it does do a good job at the very least showing you their side, and that's something I really love about this series. I just wonder when those two extra characters in the opening are going to be involved, though. Because they look like they're going to be wrenches towards our main three. Just for the simple fact that you see them in conflict with each other. Yeah, he's got some fighting skills with the knob. Alright. I just wonder if that's going to imply that more there's going to be something crazy on in the series, it's going to have negative implications toward him. Because usually when you have characters falling from high places in the opening, it sometimes doesn't bode well for the character. I say sometimes. Because it could just be trying to throw us off, too. Hero breed. I just hope for the sake of the family that we saw before the opening started, I hope someone was able to make it, but I'm not going to hold out much hope for that. Hmm. Oh. Jeez. But hey, with the way we've seen aristocrats act in this series, I wouldn't blame her feeling that way one bit. Yo, I wonder if Moriarty's gonna plan on doing something. Because he doesn't. We all know he isn't a guy that's just gonna sit on his hands comfortably. Yeah, that's model. Hmm. Aw, that is so damn sweet. And adorable too. Yeah, the legend is cute too. Oh. Oof. Finally, like I mentioned, to see fully grown Albert again. No more on the deep down, he'd probably be thinking like hell I want to enjoy it with you. Who knows? Maybe deep inside he's probably showing disgust to be sharing the same table with this man. You know, I can't even call. Huh. Huh. That's actually a pretty damn cool hobby. Especially considering it can have the effects for society if he were to actually share around his knowledge, which I doubt he's a man that's inclined to do something like that. Dang. The weather beautifully rendered the plants. I gotta give credit to the animators. Vibrant colors, a lot of detail. Kind of sad the irony though, where his workers take care of him, but he doesn't step on the line of duty to even give a thought for any of his workers. And then that fake ass smile too when he's closing his eyes. Man, that just sheer on this. It's one of the gardeners planning something. I wouldn't put it past him. Aww. Aww. Is she gonna bring up trying to go for revenge? Because with those eyes, she looks like she's capable of doing anything. You know what to say, looks can actually be deceiving. Oh. Why did I get the feeling though that yeah, because I don't think Moriarty would have just shown up at a bar randomly out of nowhere. I just wonder what's gonna be. The thing is, though, if you don't expand your horizons, you're condemned to sometimes not fully realizing your potential. So I kind of like that sort of implication there where he could have probably ended up putting his son in a much more proper scenario if he had actually put his guardian talents in a different location. And I'm assuming he probably hates himself. For not being able to do anything. Yeah, he actually has a point there. Moriarty. Because he had brought up a point. So he could have worked somewhere else. And he might have had at least enough financial resources to put on Sun in a better spot. In the spot they're in already. So, yeah. He's actually got a point. Being too passive in life, even though it's right to be passive in scenarios, being passive about almost everything. He just lit the flames of vengeance in his heart. That is. We all know where this is going. We all know. Now it's only a matter of how are they going to get rid of that? When and how are they going to get rid of all the evidence? I like how he instantly. Oh. And honestly, if they do manage to get rid of the Viscount, I can only hope that the family can end up living up at least a bit more of an emotionally prosperous life at the very least. Yeah, those look pretty damn good. Peach, maybe? Oh, I guess I was wrong on that. Kind of like how that fits the Viscount's personality too, where there's precious things around him, but he doesn't actually notice it in front of him. Where his workers, they all have precious life worth valuing, yet he doesn't really notice it. Kind of like the grapefruit, he just has it there on display. Oh, they're gonna spike the food. I like how the grapefruit juice kind of looks a little bit like blood right there. Whoa, 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 hold it. She's actually gonna... She may not want her vengeance, but the thing is, though, if she were to do that, she would instantly go to be incarcerated, though. And I don't think her son would be liking that. I don't think he'd be liking that one bit. That drink's probably going to be spiked. Because they emphasize it a lot. Honestly, this fucker reaped what he sowed. Blefar. He has no one to blame but himself for that. Oh, yep. They spiked the drink. It was either the drink or the medicine. I'm gonna assume it was probably the citrus drink. Another masterclass right there. Oh. There's on some like 40 level chest right there. Aww. At least they're able to get their payback. And just the way he said it was styled too. With like the Greenwich colors, with the exception of Moriarty, Albert, and his brother. Just looks so dang visually vibrant there. Even though all of this isn't going to bring back their boy, at the very least, they can find a new beginning. Actually, it was because they were all part of the plan. Aww. They'll never really have any way of knowing. They can only hope. That's actually true. If anything, they're going to have to depend on each other more and lean on each other. And that's a nice way of slightly utilizing a flashback for a few seconds there. Considering all those three have been through. Alright, that was actually another great episode. And while yes, obviously what Moriarty, his brother, and Albert did was definitely morally questionable, the episode did a great job of building up Belfort to be an unredeemable sack of shit that, you know what, it made the final sequences with him breathing in pain really satisfying to watch. But yes, I will acknowledge what the three did was really, really messed up in a way, because all things considered, yes, there wasn't anything legal binding for Belfort to help out his workers. There wasn't anything like that. You didn't have to do that if you didn't want to, but at the same time though, Belfort should have practiced calming human decency. That's what he should have done. Because if he at the very least did that, he would have avoided that scenario. And plus, it wouldn't have costed him anything either. So, that's something that I really like about this series too. Everything in this series isn't in black or white shades. It's always in between. And I like series like this. Okay, let's see PV now. Oh. Okay, looking pretty damn good. As for this one, I'm gonna rate it straight up a 9 out of 10. This is one of the series where it started out strong and it just gets on progressively much more intriguing. And as for why I think it's 9.25 out of 10 worthy, even though, yes, you could argue that it didn't have much character development from Moriarty, his brother, Albert, it still did a good job of emphasizing how much more powerful their bond became after they got rid of Albert's parents. Just because you had more even emphasize that, and sharing the crime, they'll actually make individuals come closer together in some instances. So that's something I really like. It helps emphasize the brotherly love kind of aspect in the series. And another thing I liked too about this episode, even though while yes, you could argue that they didn't use Albert's or Moriarty's brother enough, I'd say for the most part, having Moriarty front and center was actually pretty cool. Seeing how he composes himself, seeing as how in every single frame of the scene, he just shows his perfect lying skills to the point where it's like, shit, if I were in Belfart's position, I'd probably fall for it too. This goes to show you the great salesman Moriarty actually is. So there were a lot of cool moments like that that really stood out to me. And another thing I love too about this episode, actually just love the fact that during the episode, they actually did a good job of making the family likable, just seeing their struggles, seeing the psychological damage that the mother went through of losing her child. Because even though, yes, we only saw them for small bits, those small bits were enough to make me feel sympathy for them, so that when Belfer was taken down, it was something really damn beautiful to watch, and that's what really made this episode exceptional for me. Because at least those two were engaging characters. Even Belfer, even though, yes, you could say he was like, yeah, can act like a stereotypical mustache trolling villain, didn't stop him from being engaging, though, his actions. And especially just the fact that he has all these pets where he doesn't even seem to share around the knowledge around unless it's a richer individual. And now he can have one happy looking face when he's talking to people of a similar social status towards when he's talking to people of a lower class. He's got a different personality. I thought that dynamic was really damn interesting to watch. And that's why I felt, even though I didn't do much in emphasizing the main three except for Moriarty, thought I still did great from a character standpoint. Because in a lot of episodic series, it's really tough to make weekly characters engaging, but this series pulled it off again, just that emotional punch. And as for the animation and artwork, what can I say? Beautiful. From like seeing the plants, towards the facial expressions, Welfare realized he was pretty much screwed, towards the facial expressions that Michelle made when you see how much she wanted to revenge it. And it seems like that just sent chills down my spine. And that's something I really appreciate from the episode too, just seeing how much the animators care about every single scene they're involved in. And the voice performances are amazing. Especially Michelle's actress and Belfort. Those two had the best performances of the whole entire episode. And I feel that's why this episode was an amazing 9.25 out of 10 tier episode. And I'm also excited to see what it's going to have next because, geez, this is like only the start. It's not even the first half of the series and it's already this exceptionally well done. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd like to hear your thoughts on how you feel about Miraction in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe if you do not want to miss my reaction to episode 5 of the series. And I'll see you guys later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, hope you have a fantastic day and thank y'all so much for watching my video. Bye-bye.